Hello and welcome back to Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. And last time out, I was trying to optimise the rail network, at least in this section between Early and West Mersea. One of the biggest things that I needed to do was increase the number of tracks at this particular point coming out of the marshalling yard, and also on the other side I also have two new tracks. Well, really it's one new track, but it acts as a separated and isolated freight line, or freight bypass I suppose you could call it, which sorts out some of the issues that I was facing with passenger traffic getting stuck. Now, this is by no means complete. In fact, one of the things that you can see here that is already an issue is the fact that this train that is currently stopped, it is cutting across a crossing, which means that this is blocking something from coming in. What this is blocking from coming in is currently only the freight or the goods from West Mersea. This part of the railway is busier than I thought it would be. Yes, the goods from West Mersea, but I want to fix that. And on top of that, there are other issues that need to be fixed and places that need to be optimized. So that is what I'm going to be doing in this video. It is a continuation of the last one. Make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started. And a lot of the focus again is going to be in this area, at least for, shall we say, the first 20 to 25 minutes, and then after that I shall probably be looking around other parts of the network, trying to figure out what goes where and anything that is broken. Alright, speaking of things that are broken, I did mention in the last video that this was a little broken. Now, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to demolish all of this and connect up. So just like these railways are connected, I'm going to probably connect up these railways just up to here, which should give me the opportunity to place all of these down in line. That is how I think I'm going to solve this. There we go. There is more of the problem. So there are problems. There are definitely issues with this area that I need to fix. So let's go ahead and get that fixed first of all. And to do that, I'm going to demolish that and that. Now watch this all go horrendously wrong. That is not what I meant to press. So we've got 50, 50. Why is this 50? 80 to 50 on the approach in there. That. Okay, you know what? That's fine. 50 through there is okay. So what I need to do is I need to demolish all of these tracks and then rebuild them. Just small sections of it. In fact, oh, that's a really good idea. I've just had a great idea. I'm going to use the track splitter. Because the track splitter is going to allow me to do what I want to do. Perhaps not for that bit. There we go. So, demolish, or apparently that was not what I wanted, but that's one, that did not work, that's one, and that's one. Okay, so now what I need to do is how far forward do I want these to go? You know what, this is also a little messy, so I'm going to fix this immediately as well. So let me break at least up to there, and let's first off get these tracks back in. So we'll go 50 and up to, I think up to there will suffice. And do the same here, 50, 50. I'll set this to 50 for now, but I'll upgrade it to 100 in a moment. 50, 50, 50, and no. Be very careful. Okay, you are being awkward, so I'm just going to do that and that. 50. Good. Get the 100 now here. Upgrade, upgrade. And now, before I connect it all up, let's see if I can get those overhead gantries in correctly. So how did I want to do it again? Was it 12? Yep. Okay, this could work. This could work. Is it not 12? 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. This is 12. So we have 8, 10, 12. Why does that not... Why does that not look correct? What's wrong with that? Is it supposed to be... Right, is it supposed to be that? Let me see. So that goes in, and then of course I guess we add this somehow to it. 4-foot stop arm. No. No, I have no idea how I do that. Okay. You configure probably the oldest of the styles. And let's see if I can place the signals where I want them to be. Which is there. Please line up now. There. This one I'm going to have to figure out what on earth to do with. And then how are these signals? Is that actually lined up? Yes, it is. Okay. So what were the signals? So it was that. And no, it's not lined up. How and why is that? It just looks ever so slightly out. For some reason. For some reason, that just looks ever so slightly out. And then, realistically, these signals are supposed to be the opposite direction, but it doesn't matter. Should I have a third signal here? I'm just wondering whether that is a good idea. This isn't curved, is it? It's curved. Okay. All of my trouble has been caused because this is curved. However, these, if I understand correctly, no, there's no offset. There is an offset signal, though. That was wrong. Maybe push those signals back? That's perhaps a little too far back. Is there a way for me to... No, then leave these where they are. That could and should do. And then we go back to 100. And hopefully this connects up exactly the way I want it to. And 50. In a few seconds the complaints will stop. Oh yes, okay, that's let's do just a temporary connection here. 25, just to stop that complaining. See if that works. Okay, that's good progress. Now these I'm probably going to push. So the problem here is that this train is only 95 yards long. We're probably looking at trains that's going to be longer than that. So I'm going to need... Right, I'm going to place signals here. I think that is a good spot for some signals. And I shall delete you and you. Okay, that should actually open the... Okay, well, fine. You keep doing whatever you need to do. There are no outbound signals, so the outbound signals are here. Then there are no further outbound signals. There needs to be outbound signals here. They have to be there. Oh look, that's actually done something. That has done something good. But there must be outbound signals here. So how do we get outbound signals? So delete that. I'll delete these as soon as I'm able to. So let's try to get outbound signals on this. That's not entirely where I want it to be. That one will do. And that would do. I think I've got this in the wrong spot. That needs to go. There we go. Okay. Clear signals. But a problem with the... I must have miscounted these tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that says left... So centre span 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can make some very slight adjustments to this to help. For example, that might help me quite a lot. Okay, this bit is working. It's not... Okay, sure, this isn't quite as ideal, that little sneaking bit. That isn't quite what I'm after, but it's good enough. I just do not understand the why this is not doing the... So if I do that 7, 8, 0... Okay, you know what? Let's start with 0, 0. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. 1, 2. 1, 2. What have I missed here? Maybe there's a different type of signal I'm supposed to put. Is there something else I'm supposed to put here that I'm not aware of? Like a second bracket? Is that something I'm supposed to do? Where I'm supposed to have it? I don't know, like... I suppose that's just a pole now. This is proving to be very difficult. It's supposed to be on this side, right? I don't quite understand. Well, in order for me to actually get this working, I'm just going to, I suppose, right term would be to fudge it, right? Just get it doing what it needs to do. Stop fiddling around with it too much, and just see that's the issue. Although I could do, hang on, that is the right way. I could turn it around to be that way. I have an idea. Press C. So hang on, roughly line it up. Press C. Figure out where it's supposed to go. So we'll turn it in line. This is actually important. I know it doesn't seem important, but I assure you this is actually really, really important for it to work. I need this to look correct. I think that might have to do. Okay, it's not perfect. Can I use the move tool to, no, it's the copy tool. Move, yeah, you. What did I move? No, cancel that. How do I undo? Okay, no. I was on move, but I've moved the wrong thing. I moved you. That was not what I meant to do. I'm going to put you back in. Hello? Come on. There we go. Wait, why are you much higher up now? That isn't... Oh. Right, I see what I've done here. I have moved you incorrectly. There we go. And that's just told me everything I need to know about this movement. It is not going to be good enough. Let's leave that as it is for now. Stop worrying too much about it. And the next thing I'd like to do is I would want to get this bit. So how does this work? We've got a track that goes in like that and a track that goes in like that. I would like to have that bit perhaps opened up a little bit earlier. That way I can make this crossing somewhat later. Although that is going to be an issue. Okay, we'll come back to that. Next issue that I know I have found is that there is some sort of an issue here. So let's go ahead and get this cleared a little. That's will do. And then I need to break some of this bridge. I'm thinking from there. And I know it's going to complain, but it's fine. Then what I need to do is, what is this, a 40 mile per hour track? Right, 40. Then what I need to do is get a 40 mile per hour track right there. With the embankment, that is better. That is much better. I'm assuming that is the right, yes, it is the right amount. And then right here, we need that and that. So that now means that the signal for this should be up here. Yes, the signal goes up here. That increases this by how much? An extra 120 yards, which is important because something was getting stuck. I noticed something was getting stuck here. So if we now look at this, that's horrible. Let's do it this way. We should now have what sort of, right, 200 yards. As long as there is no train that is longer than 200 yards going through this, we should not have an issue. Which makes me want to check what the sizes of every single train. There's a train. 207 yards. You know what? I think we should be okay. This is a bit long. I need to check every single train here. That one is 188 yards. Let me bring that up and do that. 159 yards. And that's this one, which is 207 yards. Just double check that. That is showing 188 yards. Okay. So what I could do is I'll actually make an adjustment to this. Edit this vehicle. Edit is that one. And remove one of those. 199 yards. Good. That will do. It's still too long for this goods yard, but it will do. So that is another bit fixed. So because this was actually causing problems all the way along here and through here, and it was just causing traffic through this entire section. So that is that fixed. Not sure where you are going, but fine. I think these signs are incorrect. Yep, these signs are incorrect. So I might as well start putting a few of those up. Ooh, what's that? I think that's a more modern setup. Where are my signs? There they are. 35 to the left. And we'll just place them there, and there. Why are these not lined up either? Remove that one. That was going at a rate of knots. I mean, it's only doing 60, but because it's on really high speed, that probably went past at a much higher speed than I was expecting it to. This should probably be pushed up to here. this signal. So I'm going to do... Are these the signals I'm using? Yes. So I'm going to do that. I'll push this up a bit. There we go. Do we have signals here? Yes, we have one signal there. Who's whistling to leave? That's you. Why were you whistling? For no apparent reason. Just wants attention. That was it. Just asking for attention. This I'm going to have to figure out as well. See, that has improved this middle section. We are now able to get traffic out. Now, unfortunately, there isn't room for a... Uh-oh. Who are you? Who are you? Right, why are you mutually blocked? Why are you on this path? How are you mutually blocked? Just go that way. You're not supposed to be in the direction you were going anyway. That's going rather well. Right, back to where I was. So that has started clearing up some of the mess in this area. So that's good. Yep, that is really good. Then what I need to do... So one of the things I am considering is connecting up this coal mine by having a separate line just here and then running that line along this bridge, but completely independent with its own signal, and it will only be one train running on it, and then connecting it up into this, or perhaps, I don't know, making a third line, having it run up here through here, which would then obviously this will be some sort of a limiting factor. That's plenty of room for even I can easily make a 400-yard train there. So there we go. These are still trying to sort themselves out, and then run straight through this and into here. But of course, that is going to be a problem. Who's moving? Who's leaving? Right. This I'm still not convinced. I'm still not convinced of this. I'm actually considering how much further back could I push this a lot further back. A lot more. Let's see. No, I said I could not, because of the need of having this 500 odd yards. But that's 533 yards. What if I brought it back to actually 500 yards? Because I have a few go up 15, 20 yards here. In fact, if we start this off properly from where we'd want, so it would be there, yes. What does that give me up to the current signals? 552 yards. Bring it right the way back to 500, and we are here. What advantage does that give me? That is the question. Speed? Because I could connect all of these up much earlier, like this, and then have them accelerate into this. Could that be possible? And the other issue I have is these are going out on the main line right in front of the main passenger the express train. Now, what I have done, of course, is I've got the express. This is where the signal is for the express train. So as long as an express train gets through this block, then there's another one there. Potentially I should take this one out and say, as long as... That's a lot coming through here. What exactly comes through this block? That's fine. That one is the express. That's one. Why does that's one? Right. Why do you go through on this line too? That has to be something to do with an incorrect... Is that something to do with an incorrect platform? No. What is that one? Hang on. West Mersea. Right, something is not correct here. Because... How do I select a single line? Yep. There's that. That should not... This is where we have issues. So... You should be... Yes, you should be doing that and going in there. You should not be going in here. So what makes you want to go in there? That's why where are you going? Let's go follow this around. Alright, still going. So these are the optimizations that need to be done, because clearly something's gone wrong. It's going in this direction. It's a shame I cannot just do this, just this one line, and stop pulling up all the rest of the lines. Ooh, that's nice. That's very detailed. Right, let's find out. I want to find out when this starts flashing. That is what I want to know. Which section does this start? So it doesn't flash there. As soon as we go to Macclesfield, it flashes. Early, it doesn't flash there. Okay, so there's something to do with a connection from Macclesfield to Early. Let's have a look. Let's fix this. Yep, that's fine. Something's really wonky here. Okay, and then going to Early, let's follow this along and figure out what this is. So you come in to here, and what platforms? You have 1, 2, and 3 available to you. All viable platforms. Good. They're all fine. Let's close this so we can see this properly. No, not that. Pin that. There we go. Now, potentially I would say let's take one of these platforms off of you. And it's that platform there. There we go. So it cannot go... But why can it not do that? Why can it not just go across there and then... That's the platform I need to remove. It has a way in. It has a really easy way in. Just through... right through here. Should it need to. Okay, so remove platform 3, and that solves everything. This is awkward because why would it not peel in on this side? Though it's all 80, as opposed to do that. There isn't anything between this, is it? No. There's nothing between it. These are the things that are quite annoying because I specifically want it to go this side so that we've got traffic management. That is what this entire bit is for. But both of these decide, no, they're going to stay on this side. And is there something really strange with the speeds that causes it to do such a thing? 50, the entire way in. 50. Oh, there's a spot of 10 here. Here we go. Route optimization. 50. Still isn't going to help it, is it? Because that is 80 there. That's 80 while the rest of this is... Hang on, it should be 80, 80. This is all supposed to turn to 50. This turns to 50 a little later. Okay, let's try and work this out. The things you have to do to try to get this to play the game, as it were. Surely that should be right now. That's all 50. And that's okay. Okay, fine. That's something. Let's go have a look at this one, please. Get rid of that, pin that. Let's have a look at where you are. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an adjustment for this one, and we're going to say that you are supposed to be on platform 1. Wait, what? How and why is that an issue? Platform 1. You're telling me that that cannot get to... Well, it can. Why can it not get to platform 2? I fail to understand why platform 2 is unavailable. You're coming in from here. That is not an unavailable platform. You can go literally straight down here should you need to. And yet it claims it can take platform 3. And here it can take all 3. I'm so confused. I'm so very confused. Right. Is there anywhere here that it looks broken there? Something is wrong with this. Oh look, it's done it. It's done that too. If we do platform, so if we take, hang on, if we take platform 3 out, it removes that bit. Something is broken. Something is woefully broken down here, and I have no idea what it is. I have absolutely no idea. That doesn't look like connected track. That is not connected track, is it? Or is it? Are they just the points looking like that? No, that's just the points. That is connected track. It goes across, not a problem. There, it is fine. So it's fine there. It's something along here. Maybe if I start doing this, I'll be able to see what... Or actually use a bulldozer. See if there's any sections. I mean, that's a small section, but this isn't a broken section. That doesn't... Could that be the problem? Let's try. There is a small chance this is the problem. 80. This is what the optimization of all the network is all about. It's trying to fix all of these issues. That is not the issue. I can see a problem, and the reason I see a problem is we've got these really wonky... Mind you, that could just be... No, you see, this is all working. There, it's a... Maybe every time there's a track section, it does that. I do not see... I do not see what the issue could be. Let's have this continue through. Maybe there's something in the way. There we go, that has cleared through. So, get rid of you. Anything here? There's a tiny track section there. But it does go through that, right? Yes, it makes it through that section. So it makes it through this. It doesn't make it through this one. I am actually baffled. I have no idea what is causing that, but that's a mess, a traffic mess there. At the very least, I've fixed whatever was going on the other bits. That's a retired route, so it doesn't matter. You know, what that does now has no meaning. Custom colours? Press shift to set custom... Okay. I need to, I'll be needing to do that. This bit is all fine. So now we shouldn't have the issue over there, go back to here, and I'm hoping this is now a little cleaner. That is now much cleaner. Now, of course, as I said, the one issue I have, this train's doing 27 miles per hour. There could be... There is. This has been a perfect example of the issue. An absolutely perfect example of the issue. This train was doing a high speed. That freight train has got in the way. And that's caused chaos. So now the only other thing I can think of doing is... because all of these trains are now going to get in the way. Let's look at the size of this. That isn't long enough. That simply is not long enough. For the only thing, as I said, that I can think of doing is trying to push them into this side. Not here, because, well, look, that's just sitting there waiting, which is not, that is not correct. So now the question is, how on earth do I do that? Or I break this all the way so that if a train passes through here, there's a much higher chance. Let's try that. If I get rid of that one. Let's do that. Oh, I need to try and fix... Okay. You lot will sort yourselves out. That can actually start moving now. Oh, and yes, I should point out, I fixed the steel issue. I very much fixed the steel issue. As you can see, I now have a train full of steel. This is also probably an ideal view for saying optimizations. Maybe that's just showing how much is going on in all of this. Could I do an even better zoom? Try and get a really good angle on this. There we are. This will probably be a fairly good. In fact, I might do it, take it again with the passenger train in the background too. But yes, this is proving to be tough. Bits have been fixed. I'm still going to have to figure this out. I'll probably watch this for a little while longer and see what's happened. See, for example, this train is going to wait for this train to go through. But this train should have gone through a long time ago. That was the whole idea. So this train should have been long gone. That train should not have had to wait for it. But yes, that... Some issues. Certainly some issues. Right, before I end this episode, let me go have a look at if there are any other problems. I need to rework this entire... setup. This is not a good setup for me. now that I have a better cargo station. So I will be potentially reworking this. Obviously, I think this is still running, but I'm going to have to stop this running. I don't think it's... Yes, I do not think this is a necessary line anymore. So I'll probably shut that line down. Maybe cut some bits and say that's it, that's the end of that. Push this in. And with regards to this one, these trains that are going to, if you'll see, they go through here and into there. What I want to do instead is I might want to bring them into here, but in order to do so, they need to go through here, through here. Ooh, I appear to have removed a mod. I appear to have removed a mod or done something that's caused some problems here. What have I removed that could have caused issues here? I'm going to have to see what on earth I've done that's caused these issues. Because, don't tell me I removed the most important mod. I removed the most important mod in the game for me. Right, I need to put that mod back in. I've made a terrible... That's all of these. Every single one of these. But these are still running, right? These trains are still running. I think they're still working, but I've definitely removed the mod. Okay, anyway, to get... So what I need to do is get a train going underneath there and then maybe peeling out. So it needs to go underneath all of this and into there. That's what I need it to do. All of this section appears to be running fairly smoothly. Oh no, I think I have very much broken it. I'm going to pause this right now because, yes, I think I've very much broken that mod. That's fine. I will repair it. I was cleaning up mods and clearly I've got rid of the wrong one. All the way through here, things look okay. Doesn't appear to be anything that would cause a block here. I'm a little bit concerned about this area because of these trains, as you can see, but I haven't yet checked it to see just how problematic they will be. So I need to do that. If that is the case, I'm going to have to find a spot somewhere to build passing loops, but with the hilly nature of this area, it's going to be rather difficult. Yep, I've definitely broken all of this. Well, actually, you are still running. You're still running, so... But it doesn't recognise... Yeah, it doesn't recognise the station anymore. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video there and say, oops, and fix the mod that I've removed, make sure it's back in, and I'll deal with that and the fallout from that in off camera. And in the next video, what I'm going to do is actually, because I need a lot more coal, in fact, I'm going to check how much coal I need. I'm going to need a lot more coal coming to this industry to produce steel, and because of that I'm going to try to connect this up in the next episode. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Tron Sports FIFA 2, the UK modded series. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think, any suggestions you might have. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon, link in the description box below, as are links to my social media and Discord server. That is all from me. I have some mods to repair, and I shall see you next time in Tron Sports FIFA 2, the UK modded series.